Forgive me. Hello, beautiful people. How are we today? I hope we're well. I wanted you guys to be able to appreciate and enjoy this beautiful scenery with me today. And tonight is going to be a wonderful live session with my beautiful best friend and business partner, Jessica Locke. Jessica Reeves. Just told the wife about. I just told the wife about baby. I guess that was my tower moment. Wow. Well, congratulations, Ashley. I'm assuming that's a really good thing. I'm assuming that's amazing. How could it not be? If I'm understanding you correctly. Hi, Tyler. Hi, Lexi. How are you, love? Welcome. I'm well. I wanted to come on here and get some readings in, some donated and otherwise. Again, these readings are going to be messages that are coming from the Sacred Heart. So they're still coming from the heavenly realm, but I feel like we need a little bit of love right now. A little bit of love, a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of that divine feminine just knowing, beautiful frequency. And so many of us are tired, so many of us are confused, so many of us are going through so much right now that we don't even understand, right? Half of it is stuff that we're not even conscious about. Well, he has denied sleeping with me ever. Such a silly boy. And gets it off my chest. I'm good. I'm glad you got it off your chest. You mean very, it's good that it gets it off your chest. I'm glad, love. And I'm feeling really inspired, really powerful today. The past couple of days, I'll be honest with you guys, I was at a gay campground, right? And it was a lovely experience in reference to the campground itself, the facilities it had, but I was still in some way playing a game of wanting to be seen in spaces where I'm not seen, right? In that world, and this is not just, listen, thank you. Thank you, Ashley. You don't have to be gay to understand this. This is going to apply to you. Trust me. Hear me out. Just hear me. A lot of times we go through all this work and we come to this place, and then sometimes we want to go into those spaces and want to, I don't know, maybe prove something. Hi, Patty. Sometimes we have intentions that are, quite frankly, they're never going to be met, right? So many of you guys have left relationships or are in or were in relationships that the other person doesn't truly get you for who you are and what you're growing into, right? So then you keep growing, or they just don't get you, or they label you, or they misunderstand you, and then they come back. When you come back to them and they're able to meet you back in the space, and then you step back into the space with them and you're meeting face to face or eye to eye, soul to soul, they still don't get you, right? Or maybe they're able to get you a little bit more, but that's not the point. The point is that you keep going back into those spaces, right? So what we need is a little bit of Sacred Heart energy. We need a little bit of that true Christ love and light and that fire, right? To burn through your distortions and all these other things. This is just a labor of love and support. This is a love letter from the divine being activated through me to you. So these are going to be very uplifting messages, right? Everything I just said was more about what it is that the attention has been brought to. Now, let's fill it with love, right? Now we have this glass vase, whatever you want to call it. We're going to fill it with love. I want to start with a collective energy reading first and foremost. I want to see what the Sacred Heart has to share. The Sacred Heart of God, the Sacred Heart of us all. What is it speaking? What is it wanting to communicate to us? Right? Sometimes it can be about how it's hurting, right? But I really want to focus more on what kind of food does it need right now? What kind of nourishment can we give it? Yeah. So guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light, those that walk with us, thank you so much for all that you do for us. The way that you inspire, awaken, ignite, move us, motivate us, and just the reality that we're able to live in right now, where we're able to learn how to live out a new paradigm under your guidance. Thank you, God, for being literally present in every single thing. Nothing is without God, and we thank you for that. Archangel Michael, please protect against any distorting energies and or intentions. That's not what we're here for today. Whether it's within us or without. Escort that energy, cleanse that energy, transmute that energy, offset that energy so that the divine messages and the divine flow of the Sacred Heart are not interrupted or distorted. Thank you. What does the collective Sacred Heart have to say? What does it need? What are its needs? I hope you guys are well. Yep. Hi, Patty. Hi, Ankita. Hmm. We're on the right track, people. We got heart. Out of all of these cards, we have heart. Warning you of a problem either now or in the future. Your heart is. Your heart is warning you. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. In August, I feel like there's been some big things about things happening in the month of August to late July, early August. And there's a lot of, like I'm always saying, the only reason So I'm hoping you guys can see me now because I just had a weird thing where the internet just stopped on my phone and I had to reset it. So I'm getting that there is a lot of major triggering moments in the collective, meaning in the world, that are going to be happening in August, late July, early August. And what your heart is trying to speak to you is that it's asking you to clear it, to clear it, to clear and to clear it, right? Clarify and clear. Whatever residual trauma you are avoiding that's coming up to the surface now, you're not being asked to do all of it. You're not being asked to fix everything right now. There's certain things that have been coming up naturally. We're going to find out what those things are. So, they're saying these are things that we need you to clear in order for you to be balanced so that when these things happen, you don't get lost like everybody else. You can hold your divine awareness and your divine perspective. You can hold a higher perspective so that you can move through this well. Butterfly just flew by. That's validated. Thank you, Spirit. Doing something risky, taking a chance, right? That's you incarnating in the first place. Opportunity or windfall, right? Dark woman. Dealings or relationship with the woman with dark complexion or hair. Interesting. The divine feminine. Clouds, temporary problems, right? So there's some temporary things that are coming in, and they want those of us who have some sort of spiritual connection and awareness. And if all of this feels all foreign to you, just breathe into this. If you know that you can see things from a higher perspective, and lately you've been seeing things from a little bit of a higher perspective, or some strange energetic phenomenons have been coming across your awareness. Um, this message is for you. This is for all of you, right? But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into some individual readings if we are so blessed to do so. I'm going to do some free mini readings, and if you wish to donate, then that's wonderful. Whatever you feel is right is right. um, I mean, I already feel with you guys, like, there's so much anxiety, there's so much, like, worry, there's so much lack of faith. It's like I can feel it in my open heart space. I can feel it. Let me know if you're ready for a reading. Again, I would really appreciate a share, but I'm not going to be hounding for it as I used to. I shouldn't have to work so hard to uphold a simple energy exchange. I'm just going to trust and have faith in the divine and go from there, right? And be open. If you're hearing a message for someone else, even though you just got your message or you never got your message, if it's resonating with you, it's resonating with you. Receive it. Okay? Patty Varellin, thank you. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light only. Please connect into Patty Varellin's guides, angels, ancestors, and allow them to dictate the messages as they are the ones walking with her. And they deserve to be heard. Yes, they do. What does her sacred heart want her to work on to heal? If I feel guided to, I feel guided to. If I don't, feel free to donate, and that will guarantee you a message. But for now, I'm just going with those I feel guided towards. And hopefully that'll include you. Patty. Patty, your sacred heart wants you to heal from your relationship with the world. Um, and what I mean by that is going out there, trying things, seeing people, being around people, human beings, other people, primarily around, going out, experiences and social settings have shown you that you're not worthy, or that um, they only turn out to be negative, right? Your heart, your inner child is yearning to explore, to stop. You're in your, like, they want you to get out the fucking house, Patty. Like, get out the house, do shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's what your heart desires, right? No more nesting, enough making excuses, enough saying, I will do this thing when this thing comes into my life, then I'll start doing these things. And spirit is like, that's not how this game works. You don't just sit on your, you don't, I'm not saying you're not doing anything. Hi, Shauna. I'm not saying you're not doing anything, my love. What I'm saying is that what it is that you are choosing to do is specifically holding you in a pattern, right? So do something different, my love, for the love of the divine. Get out. Go for hikes every day. Do something to change up this routine, because you have allowed yourself to live with the memory of the most negative experiences that cause you to basically become agoraphobic. Like, you don't want to leave. You don't want to go anywhere. That's your message. Okay. Let's see. Shauna, I didn't hear back from you, darling. But let's see what your guides, angels, and ancestors have to say for this mini message, okay? Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light, those that walk with us, thank you so much for all that you do. What does Shauna's sacred heart want her to know about her healing at this time? What her heart needs, what her heart craves, what will set her forward onto her highest, most pleasurable timeline of this life. YouTube, Shauna, but there's some, it's your you have this perfectionist thing about you. You're depressed because all of the things that gave you value are no longer here, right? Or so it's absent. So say if you have, and here's the thing, that's the time when you come and get a session, or when you sign up for a mini reading, right? That's exactly the time, because what it is that I'm going to offer is not just divine guidance and clarity. It's going to be tools and things to help you shift from that frequency to a higher one so that you can move through this a little easier and in less discomfort. But with that aside, your masculine, the energy within you, the masculine energy, what I mean by that, you're doing things, your work, right? What it is that you do, what it is that you actively go out there and do or think, or the mind processes, right? You don't have any of the things that gave you validation in the past. You don't have the same worth structure that you did before. So whether that was a relationship, whether that was a person, right? It feels like somebody here played you in some way. Because with the King of Swords in the reverse, this you got multiple times where I feel like it's a very deceptive energy of people trying to make you feel like you're the problem, etc., etc., right? um, which can kind of play, into mental health. And for you, this depression is being experienced because you don't have those people in your life to lift you up. Now, this is meant to kind of inspire fire within your belly, which you can get to, right? You can get to regardless. I'm just letting you know that it's your choice whether or not you want to experience that now, okay? Because what's stopping you is your perfection. There are plenty of other things that you're meant to be doing, but because you don't have the yes people or the validation that you had before, you have a hard time getting things off the ground. And that's because you're such a perfectionist. Like you don't want, you're already perfect, okay? But there's this conception that things are not supposed to be messy in the beginning, or that you're supposed to be, if you're not good at it right away, then you're not naturally good at it. Like people who just start singing when they're a kid and they're like, oh my god, where'd this talent come from, right? And it's like not everybody has that journey. Most people, 98% of people, go through a phase where they're trying things and they allow themselves to enjoy the journey. And right now you want to get to the end of the story at the last page, and you want to get to it now. And spirit is saying this is what's contributing to your depression, because you're not seeing the value of what's available now. You're finally able to put this worried mind to rest. A lot of times we have these habits of beating ourselves up, of not giving ourselves enough credit, and all this stuff. And then it's been something we've lived with for so long that we just assume that it's just a part of us, and it's going to be something that's going to be there forever. But consider that this is the time of your life when you literally change the way your mind works. That's your message. Okay? If you want a more in-depth reading, or you want me to elaborate on something, please donate into the description box. And the pinned comment has all that information. Okay, let's see who else is here. Lexi, are you still here, darling? God bless you, Shauna. Let's see. Who is here at the moment? Okay, well, regardless. Oh, you're so welcome, darling. You are so welcome. It's my pleasure. Just to let you guys know, later on today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you do the math on what that means. Jessica and I are going live, and we're doing a free collective energy clearing. So this is a collective clearing, and it's not for anybody who jumps in. If you're on, you're on. Okay, so when we come in at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all of the clearing from 5:15 or 5:10 onwards is going to be the people that were there when we started. And then at the end, we're going to do individual clearings based on donations. This is a very powerful um, method that we've been working on and that we've been flowing into, and now we're ready to share. Okay, so this is something that we do together, and we do a collective energy clearing, meaning everybody involved in it. And then once that's done, and that's about 40 minutes long, projectedly, we're going to get into some individual clearings based on donations. And the only people that are going to be eligible for the individual clearings are those that have been a part of the collective clearing. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome, Patty. And thank you, Shauna. I appreciate that. Let me take that down. And now we're back. So, is there anyone here that hasn't received a reading and is waiting for one? Now is your time to speak up. Yes, Spirit. Clear it all out. Thank you, Spirit. I got this off-brand Nutella. It's pretty good. All right, Ashley, give me a second, love. Mm. Gotta get my energy up. I'm not doing this to be fresh, you guys. I don't have a spoon right now. Or my spoon is dirty and it's in the car. Mm. Okay, let's get into it. Where'd you donate, Shauna? Where did you donate, love? Where did you donate to? Like what? Which one of my things? Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna freeze, but I'll be right back. Thank you, Ashley. I have to refresh this page now. Oh my goodness. Okay. So first, I want to get into Ashley, and then we're gonna get into Shauna's donated reading. Okay. Or extended reading. Let's just call it an extended reading. If you have a question, start thinking about it now, Shauna. All right, Ashley. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light, those that walk with us. What do Ashley's guides, angels, and ancestors want her to know about her sacred heart? Attention that needs to be brought to a particular area, or a message of healing. Whatever it is that you're questioning, Ashley, it has nothing to do with your family. Okay? Nothing. You have all these options and you're thinking up like whatever, and you're thinking, and it's not that your family's not going to be a part of your life, but whatever major decisions you're making or potentially going to make based on your family are all null and void, darling. This has have to do with them. Wherever you're seeking validation or you're seeking to be the answer to someone's problem, it's coming from an old place. It's coming from an old place. It's coming from a place of wanting to be. It's like you're trying to not step on eggshells, like you're wanting to not be the reason. For some reason you have built up this understanding that making others happy keeps you safe. It's like a survival mechanism. Right. I don't think you need to, because spirit is saying, why do you feel like you, it's like you're wanting, it's like in the back of your mind subconsciously you're thinking that they're going to have a change of heart, and you having this baby is just going to change the outcome. You can't, nothing is going to change them other than them, right? And there's nothing you are responsible for in that. So I would honestly recommend that you just keep it to yourself for now, as long as you can. You know what I mean? And then let them know when you feel strong and ready. Because right now, what I'm feeling is it's not gonna. Right now, it's a time of healing, and that's important for your child. Nothing else matters, right? You're in a place of healing, so that when this child comes, like the collective message earlier, when this thing comes in, you're able to, not the thing as in your child being a thing. I'm saying like the collective energy was saying that when something comes in, August or whenever, like the future, they want the Sacred Heart is asking to be healed. And it's hard to do a lot of healing when you're dealing with more painful situations that are needing to be healed from as well, right? I would say yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Ashley. Yes. We're going to go into the donated reading for Shauna, and she wants to know why this person switched up. Okay, let's go. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light, those that are walking with Shauna, please clarify and shed light on the situation with this gentleman, and allow them to dictate the messages, as they are the ones walking with her and they deserve to be heard. Thank you. One thing at a time. Yes, one thing at a time. Exactly. Exactly. And it's not just necessarily one thing at a time. It's just that you can't particularly do these two things at the same time. You can't heal and drag yourself, right? Because we live together and have a baby, and he acts like I'm not even there, right? Okay, let's see. He's torn, he's conflicted, he wants to play out two different sides, and to be honest, he's going to change his ways again and again and again. Like he's going to switch back and forth because he plays you being the enemy. Hi, Wandy. Hello, darling. He plays both sides. He plays both ends of the field, right? So 1 minute he is acting like you're not there, whatever, right? The next minute he's like, well, we have this and this and da, 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 we have all of these things, and I think it's time we get on the same page. Like it's his idea, right? And then he plays that for a little while, and then it goes back, right? Because you have insecurity. It's like a cycle that keeps replaying itself over and over and over and over again, right? And it's really not about you. It's about him. You keep assuming it's about you. What am I doing wrong? Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's partly about you, but for the majority, it's his stuff. It's him. It's not you, right? He tells you you're the problem because he doesn't want to face his own problems, which is that he's not content, right? He's keeping shit from you and not making you um, aware and in the loop of what it is that he's transmuting, what he's working through, all the things that he's thinking about. And he doesn't even want to do that shit. So he's running from it. And then he's blaming you. And then he pours out all the love that you pour into him, like it's nothing. You know what I mean? And to be honest, it's hard because I know you have a kid, you live together, and the divine is not here to tell you what to do, but your sacred heart is here to speak to you. And you coming to me, I don't know what you wanted, but at the end of the day, with the lovers in the reverse, this situation is toxic. You know what I mean? There's constant like gaslighting that's happening here. You know what I mean? You're not really working on yourself because you're so distracted by all of this pain and stuff that's not even yours. A lot of it is empathically picked up, right? It's like he knows on some subconscious fucked up level how to get you lost in your emotions, right? And therefore your guards are down, and you're able to, it's like kicking you when you're down constantly. And honestly, he doesn't even have to do anything to do it. He can be from the other room thinking all these things about you and whatever, and you're over here, stressed out about it. It doesn't need to be this way anymore. You don't have to be in this anymore. Like, even if you're in it, even if you're living with him, you don't have to be a slave to it. But you're being called in a different direction, and you keep wanting to change the history, the ending. You're wanting to change the ending, and you keep failing, right? Because you're never meant to change the ending, because the book has already been written, darling. It's a cycle that's already been played out. The book has already been written. That's it. And I don't want to make you feel depressed and stuff about this because you're already going through a depression, but you're going through a depression because the perfectionist, this is the perfectionist coming back again. The perfectionist in you doesn't want to accept defeat, doesn't want to accept that it's not a defeat. But in your mind, the way other people are going to see a failure like this is is a defeat to you. You failed, right? You failed if you can't make this marriage work. And honestly, they're telling me ancestral shit is making you believe that it's your fault. It's your responsibility. It's the woman. The woman has to keep the man. The woman has to do whatever she can to keep the man. That's some bullshit. Okay? That has nothing to do with you. That's ancestral, right? And that's deep rooted beliefs that are blood, literally, like it's 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 in the blood. Okay? Um but it's going to continue to be this way, and you don't have any power whether or not he chooses to change. And right now your wounding and your stuff is trying to make him make yourself right to him. Like, where in your life in the past have you been a good little girl to be daddy's girl? You know what I mean? And done everything you were supposed to do, and then something happens, and then all of a sudden, like, you disappointed, right? You were disappointed, and you had to work hard to earn that back, and now you're playing that same game again, earning back the respect of the masculine when they should have had they you should have had their respect to begin with. And he does keep secrets. That's what this is all about. That's what this is. What do you think this looks like? hmm But it's your choice how you move on from here. It's not anything like you don't have to make any drastic decisions right now. But if you choose to go on the path of healing and breaking away and not caring, not expecting anything from him, and not asking anything from him outside of his obligations, you can save yourself some space. You can save yourself some heartbreak. An old friend who's no longer a friend anymore used to say, "You're working hard for a broken heart." You are. You're working hard for a broken heart, and you can heal it. You can do what you need to do to heal it. But that just sounds like words to you because all you want to hear, Shauna, is what you got to do to get him back on your wavelength, on your page. And I ensure you might be able to do that for a day, or two, or a week, or maybe even a year. But he's always going to go back. Always. Thank you, Wandy. I love it when you guys show up for each other. It's really sweet. But I wish you the best, Shauna. That's what you got, and that's your donated reading, okay? I appreciate you, and God bless. And if you want to really get deep into the way to move forward from this and you're ready, then follow up on what you started with the donated readings. Listen, I've changed my whole format with the way in which I work, right? I don't have a minimum donation anymore. I don't. And I give away a lot, and I'm happy to do so because I feel like I've got myself to a strength in a place where I can. Okay, but don't start things you're not ready to finish, guys. Okay, don't be a lot of people out there messaging me, um, asking for help and asking for readings, and then scheduling a date. But as soon as it comes time for them to really commit, they just disappear. That doesn't. Don't worry about me. That's on you, because on you might have had the opportunity to really uh, gain the clarity and momentum you need to experience something different from what it is that you're experiencing. But Shauna, here's the thing: it's not about fear. Okay, I get that, but what does fear get you? Fear just keeps you staying where you need, where you are. It doesn't change anything for you. And I don't want to seem too cavalier and too harsh, but I understand that many people are suffering. But I've learned through my own experience in my own life, time and time again, that Fear gets me nowhere. Taking chances, taking leaps of faith, trusting, having faith, putting myself in situations where I'm not necessarily comfortable, but I am being challenged, are usually what I need to get out of it. And I also know that you have to want it. It doesn't matter who he's been with. Okay, this is the second time. I had a reading not too long ago with a lovely young lady who's very talented and very powerful. Yet she knew everything it was that I was bringing her to within the reading I had with her. She knew every single thing, but she wanted detail. She wanted to know because she wanted to be validated that she's right. I can validate you already and say that you're right. Hello, hi. I can validate all of what you're experiencing right now and say that you're right. Does that change anything? Is it better to be right or wrong? Because there is no real right or wrong. And right now you're wanting to be validated because there are things that you have pointed out that he has denied, and you just want to admit you don't need that to admit he's a liar. If you can feel it and that's the frequency that you feel and you don't trust him, that's enough. To admit that you don't trust him, to know that you don't trust him is enough. Is that not enough? Is that not good enough for you? Right? You want to know details because you want to know it. You want to know specifically, what's going on, who he's sleeping with. Though, sure, information like that may very well make itself available to you, but doesn't change the fact that you already received that. Doesn't change the fact that you're already feeling it. Now is a time of the divine feminine within, and that's the intuition. And the feminine, the female's intuition cannot be touched by any masculine, not even myself. And I may push the boundaries of how far a masculine can take that energy, but at the end of the day, it's you feminines who I serve. There's men that come here every once in a while, but it's you feminines that I fucking serve, and I'm happy to serve. But you guys and your intuition already naturally is kicked off, but you also have all of this distortion and all of these painful life situations that keep you lost. Thank you, Shauna. I would love to work with you if you're ready for that. If you're ready to move past the fear, let's do it. That means a lot, Shauna. Thank you. Thank you. I received that. Thank you. I need some more sugar after that. Off brand Nutella. Check the messages, Shauna. We already spoke about it, remember? The one-on-ones where it's me and you on a video call is $60 for half an hour. Maybe a little bit more, like half an hour to 40 minutes if it goes longer. Yes. And it's 44 for a video reading, for a 20 to 30-minute video reading. So that's not a one-on-one at all. That's me recording a reading based on the questions you ask and sending it to you in a video link. Yes, of course we can. I would be happy to, but I do have a live that I have to do at 5 p.m. Eastern, so I'm going to be busy from 4 o'clock on. What time is it now? If you want to do a reading, I can do 3 p.m. Eastern time. Hi, Curly Girly. I can do 3 p.m. Eastern time, or I can do um, 7 or 8 or 7, let's say 7 p.m. Eastern time too. So I can do tonight, I can do this afternoon, or I can do tonight. I don't have any other bookings today other than my lives. There's so much truth to that message. It's not just for Shauna though, right? Where is fear stopping you? Your sacred heart it expands when we're being challenged. Things. Okay, so is 3 p.m. work? If it does, you don't even have to message me. Just send the funds, and you could even include this reading as part of it. So you can minus whatever you donated and just make sure that the total is 60. Oh, it's 12:40 here. So then it would be 12:40. It would be 2 o'clock your time. Oh, Wandy, I got you, girl. Wandy, please make sure that you're here tonight, because you're one of the people that we kept in mind when we came up with this clearing. So if you saw the poster, because I know you hearted it, we would love for you to be there. And Ashley, you as well. Um, tonight's it's gonna be intense. I was trying to reconnect with somebody from the past and freaked out when he came out of his workplace. Yes, Shauna. And then also message me your phone. If you have iPhone, message me your phone number. Um, like in the messengers that we were messaging to the private Facebook Messenger. And then I'll text you so that you have my number. And then we'll basically we'll text each other to around 20 or 30 minutes before the reading to make sure we're ready. Okay. But I gotta stand because my booty hurts now, y'all. Do you guys want to see? You want to take a little tour of my office today? This is my toilet. Just kidding. I'll take you guys down. I'll be back, buddy. Okay. Look how beautiful this is. Sounds good, Shauna. I'm looking forward to it, my love. You would think I was in Louisiana. Nope, I'm still in Michigan. Awesome, Shauna. Okay. So I would say before the reading, Shauna, set your intention that you want to be given support, guidance, strength, all of that jazz. And I promise you, I'm going to put my whole heart into that reading. I will be as present as you are. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to move on and do some more. I'm happy to do some more. I got you, Shauna. I got you. Don't be scared. Don't freak out. You got this. It's not as bad as you think it is. You're not seeing it all clearly enough. Okay? Is there anyone new here? Curly Girly. What were you saying before, Curly Girly? Oh no, it was Keel Serene. Kel Serene, excuse me. I was trying to reconnect with somebody from the past, and I freaked out when he came out of the workplace in the area. For sure, next time. I don't know what that means. Hi, Martha. Hey, darling. How are you? How's everything been since the last reading? Because I know you were dealing with a lot of family stuff. Okay, sounds good, Shauna. I'm looking forward to it, darling. I was gonna say doll, and then I wanted to say darling, and then I just stopped at darl. So I think that's gonna be a cute nickname I have for people now. No messages for that. That's not how I roll. Not if you donate for a reading, then you get a individual. Hello, I invited my cousin Brittany Gann, and she's new to this. If you feel drawn, can you give her a card on her situation? Sure. I don't know if it'll be on our situation, but I'll give her a card on whatever the divine wants to talk about. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light. Brittany. Happy birthday to your daughter, darling. Oh my gosh, you got birthday season going on. It's the birthday madness. Yeah, listen, this person, whoever this person is to your cousin, um, Lexi, this is for your cousin whose name is Brittany. She's dealing with somebody who's not giving an equal return. Okay? Okay, as soon as I get off of this, Shauna, I'll text you so you have my number too, okay? I'm looking forward to it, doll. You've been dealing with so many scents, you're not the only one, girl. Jessica was just telling me the same thing. They want her to have patience because she is going to be guided, but there's something about her just like she's stuck in a situation where somebody is not giving and equally receiving. Guys, if you really want a reading and I'm not getting to you, donate. It's okay to give an exchange. I don't even set a minimum on what the donation can be. But just donate what feels right. If you really want a reading and you really want me to read you on your situation, coming here and expecting to get that for free is not really fair to the exchange, right? I'm not here to be a slave to all of your psychic whims, okay? I love you guys, but that's not what I'm here for. That's not what I do. I'm not a hoe out in these streets. Y'all think I'm just gonna be hoeing out my fucking third eye? Jeez Louise. And that's your clairgustance, darling. That is your clairgustance. And that was for Wandy. That's your clairgustance. Look into clairgustance. You're gonna be shocked. This is still for Lexi. Lexi, you just gotta be patient because they're gonna show you a way through it. But you need to admit that this person is not giving a fair exchange, and they want to make it seem like you're the one who's getting everything. They're tripping. They are tripping. Whoever this, it's a group of people here. It's a whole family, a whole other side of the. It's a whole like you are being played. You're being played, okay? And spirit is giving you the intuition so that you could start making some moves on your own, so that you can make things right for yourself. Because this person's trying to trap you. You are not a doll to be kept in a fucking cabinet. You know, you're not somebody's fucking trophy. Get that through your head. Because you want to be the best trophy, but even you being a trophy and letting yourself be a trophy, he ain't happy with it. And they ain't happy with it, whoever they are. They want to keep making you wrong for being yourself, and that's some bullshit. And with that said, Wandy, can I expect to see you there at 5? I don't want you to feel pressured, but I'm just curious. Who here is going to be here for this event? Hold. This event today at 5. Oh, freak, I gotta. 5 Eastern Standard Time. The collective clearing with Jess and I. Whoever's there at the beginning is going to be the ones that are a part of this. Hi, Angel. You're welcome, Lexi. Lexi, I love you, girl. Don't take this the wrong way, but you're over here trying to help everybody, which is beautiful. It's celebrated. It's nice that you want to help people, okay? I know my hands are all you can see. But I definitely feel like, you should also look at your situation too, darling. Because there are some aspects of your life that you don't want to, you're afraid to change, you're afraid to look into, you're afraid to get readings on. Mm-hmm. I digress. Tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Doesn't matter if you have money to donate, if you don't have money to donate, it's free for the first 40 minutes because it's going to be a collective clearing, meaning it's a clearing that we do for everyone at once. This is going to demand some time to focusing time where you can sit like you're sitting and you're going to do a meditation. This is going to require some um, comfort. How about that? You got to be comfortable, sitting in a comfortable position, okay? Because we're going to be doing a lot of energetic clearing, and you got to have some water because you're going to need to hydrate because it's going to be fucking intense. And we're going to be doing some channeled clearing on things that you're holding on to. And I'm telling you, the way you are going to feel at the end of this is going to be, I'm not going to sell you that you're going to feel phenomenal, but it's going to feel vastly different from what you're feeling now. Okay, thank you, Lexi. Let's see. Lexi, you're gonna do me like that? That's okay. I got you. I'll give you a mini reading. Um, but with that being said, I'm really hoping to see a lot of you guys there. I know some of you guys might have things to do, so Wandy, don't feel pressured, but I will, anyway, it's the shit. Me and Jess, I'm telling you, this is a big, big, big deal. So whoever's ready to take 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing it for y'all. And I will just go ahead and do. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, Lexi. I appreciate it regardless. Good, Wandy. Yes, Martha. I mean, I'm still taking donations. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm going for as long as, listen, I will be as present and as amazing as you guys. I have to refresh this place. Hold on. I will be as present and as brilliant. Brilliant. That's self love right there. Um, as I need to be to, to do what I gotta do to make it in this fucking game. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to give. Trust and believe. I'm happy to give, and many of you guys know that I do very graciously. Um, but I'm in a new paradigm of abundance, baby. So I'm here to bust through walls, to break through ceilings. I ain't stopping. So yes, if you're gonna donate, I'll stay. Oh, I'm glad, Lexi. Could it also be my frequency? Could my energy and my emotional frequency have anything to do with it? I don't know. Ask yourself. Let's see. Lexi. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light, those that walk with us, thank you so much. What does Lexi need to hear today? We got a card come out fresh. Okay, so Lexi, for you, it's different. You're not used to somebody coming to you with the same emotion. Why am I hearing you be like feeling like someone's feminine, right? And oh, thank you, Martha. Where'd you donate to? Oh yes, me and Rafi went on a long walk. A long walk. Guides, angels, ancestors. So what I'm getting is this feminine thing, right? I don't know what this is coming from, but it's like you feel like someone's off or a relationship is off when somebody comes to you with that um, equal heart energy, right? They're coming to you the same way you're coming to them. You feel like because of the past, you're used to it when it's the opposite way. But now I'm getting that it's actually the opposite. For you, your situation is you are not seeing the value in someone or something, right? And now you feel like there's something wrong because in the past you had to like you know you had to do like 6 backflips and like you had to split and you had to like look good doing it in order for you to get the appreciation from the men that you were with. It felt like you had to fight harder, right? And now it's like it's already earned, it's already there, right? But but too little too late. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. You're feeling off with it because it's too little too late, right? It's forced you. Him doing that has forced you into your own growth, into your own internal process. So, now you're wondering, like, is this really, and now you're connecting in with your inner child or with people like that have been close to you from childhood. And you're wondering, like, is this really what I really want for my future now? Like, he's showing up this way, but too little, too much has happened. Like, what am I supposed to do with all of this? Because I definitely feel like, with him, I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm feeling there's questionability with him. I know. I know you don't want to hear that. But what I'm getting is in all honesty, he may be picking himself up now, but you're still miles ahead of him, and I feel like you're just realizing that now. Like, if you really, if you want to play it small, like, or you want to drive a little slower than what your engine is capable of driving at, that's on you. If you want to drive 50 on a 70 with him because that's where he's at, you go ahead, but you could get there quicker, or not quicker, but there's more available to you now. And I definitely feel like you're fighting. There's something that puts you on edge here, with him, and it's like it feels off, and it's like you're fighting yourself because in some ways my ex was horrible. He took everything in me. So I'm trying to heal from this. This man in my life now comes with his own self healing. But you're right. I am more mature and ahead of him. But it's a waiting game because I know the end result will be worth it. Okay, so if you know that, great. But you still have your own journey to go through. Okay, and I think you're focusing so much on the relationship and trying to give life to it because that's what your habit was. That spirit is saying this relationship can live. It doesn't have to take up your life so much. Okay, I am seeing a caterpillar hanging down from a web right now, and I'm watching it squirm, and it's like going everywhere. And I feel like you have a unique opportunity to transform. It doesn't mean you have to let go of the relationship, but you can receive it in a higher light. You can do more. You know what I mean? To meet your own life's demands outside of the relationship. This is you clearing yourself of the codependent frequency, darling. And you have to give yourself some space from this relationship. And I'm not talking about long-term space. I'm talking about, like, okay, I see my man twice a week, and that's good enough for me because this is what I'm going to do. You know? Um, that's what you got. That's what you get. And that's what it is. Moving on. Yes, I think you got the message. I think there's so much more to life and your development right now than what this relationship is giving you. And Spirit is wanting you to give life to that too. Is this an Italian? This is an Italian thing, right? Thank you so much. Right? I'm assuming. All right. Martha. Martha, what about you? What you thinking today? Thank you for your donation. And Lexi, I appreciate you. That's Italian. That's the Italian. Thank you so much. Me too. You speak with your hands, I speak with my feet. You just can't see them. My toes are always wiggling. Martha. Martha. I feel you typing something. I'm waiting for it. Oh, Martha, do you have anything you want me to get into? I see you, darling. I see you. It can be a call or it can be a video call. And Shauna, I got your donation, doll. I know you did. I saw that you sent it. So I told you as soon as this live is over, I'm gonna call you. and we're gonna get into it because it's we got an hour basically until that reading starts. Yeah, but this is the last donated reading I gotta do because I gotta go get some food in my belly. Maybe some Chipotle. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to the deli. We have the well in the reverse. You're tired. There's an opportunity right now for rejuvenation, and that's what's being invited in, but you feel like you're so used to having to push forward and keep building and keep making it more. um Remember when you told me, you shared with me that moment that you had like this like transcendental moment in the woods by your house? That was you, right? The the devil energy, whatever you want to, the devil himself or itself is wanting to prevent you from going through this death process that you're currently going through. And the way he's doing that is he's trying to make you feel like what you think is going to happen is not going to happen, so that you sink back into like on a weak point, like reaching out to somebody who is going to only bring you down, right? And this is like you reaching out at your lowest, most tired point because you need something and you feel like your family or certain people from the past are going to be able to fulfill that. And the divine is saying, we are fulfilling it for you. We are the ones that are fulfilling it for you, connecting into us, going deeper. Yeah, there was a forest. Okay, so maybe I'm misremembering what you said, but you were saying that there was something that happened with the forest behind your house, or that you feel like you were being called there, or something like that. You see, right now, I think you want to they're telling you like spending time out there is going to be very important. There's like a recharging that needs to happen with you, and to be honest, your kids can be along for the ride. Um, I don't know if you have. I don't remember if I think you have kids. Whoever, whatever your responsibilities, they're saying it's not going to stop you from doing this, and they're saying like even like going to Walmart, getting like a hammock or whatever is going to serve you so much right now. Yeah, 5 kids. That's right. And even they can benefit from this, but literally like I'm seeing like naps out there. You know what I mean? Like I'm just seeing you just like get completely out. Let your feminine work right now. Your feminine, the sub, whatever's your spirit underneath the surface. Like you don't have to necessarily do anything right now. And I kind of feel like you are going to be pressured in some way to do something. And what spirit is saying is like, now is not the time. You've already been building this. You planted your seeds, and now you're tired. And we need you to recharge because now, think about it. Like when you're planting your garden, you have to work really hard to get the soil there, to get the seeds planted and the water, da, 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 da. And then sometimes it's just a period of just waiting. But then you sit there thinking you have to do more, and then you end up messing it up. And spirit is saying rest, because right now we have a lot of things we want to give to you. Martha, if you're here around 5, please, 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 please come back. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're doing, me and Jessica are doing a free group energetic clearing. For those that show up from 5 to 5:10 are going to be included on the list of those that benefit from the clearing. And it's going to be about 40 minutes long, and it's going to be powerful. I'll put that aside, but I hope you can show up. Oh, thank you, Angela. I got your donation as well. Are you here, love? You don't have anything to fight anymore, right? It's like Queen Cup said this thing in the last video. I always bring her up, but I have to. I have to give credit where credit is due. She said, the devil's trying to present you a meal that's half cooked, while the divine is wanting you to be patient because it's going to be the best meal you've ever had, but you have to wait for it. But you're over here going to take the half cooked meal that the devil gives you. And the divine is saying, like, don't feel, don't, because you're going to be in your doubt. You're going to be in some lower energies because you're tired. It's literally because you're tired. You're worn down. You know what I mean? And you're used to pushing through this. And Spirit is saying that's an old paradigm. We don't do that anymore. Now we do self love. Now we recharge. Now we don't let ourselves get to the point where we're that depleted. Right? And right now you're that depleted and you have responsibilities. I'm hearing that you need to take care of, but there's also opportunity for you to take to fucking put the phone down. Just relax, receive. It's not even about watching anything. Literally just lay there looking at the ceiling if you have to, and just let yourself just breathe it out and just recharge. Even if you want to sleep, like take 7 extra naps than you normally do, right? And Spirit is saying there's nothing good that's going to come from you being in this tired state. So they're bringing you in a period where you can just rest, right? Ignore the messages because you're going to get taunted messages, people trying to pull you out, right? Trying to make you prove yourself, exhaust your energy, working against their resistance. You don't need any of that right now. Maybe it's just even you not falling into these traps that make you so drained, right? Maybe it's just you living the way you've been living and not falling into the same traps that drain you so much that you allow yourself to recharge, right? If you're charging your phone and it's at 5% and you pick it up and you start doing shit, it's not going to charge as fast. So Spirit is saying stop doing so much and let yourself charge up because they're bringing you energy that's bringing you that vitality. And I really hope that we do see you today at 5 Eastern time. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Angela. Before I do that, I want to pull some tea leaf cards for you, Martha, and see what the takeaway or anything else that may come up. Yay, I'm so looking forward to seeing you, Martha. Bugs. Dealings or relationship with the man with dark complexion or hair. Someone is behaving stupidly. Yes, you're aware of this. There's somebody who you actually don't really consider to be part of that toxic group who is going to be bringing you some toxicity, and you're like, damn, like I really expected better from you, right? We have star, guaranteed success. Spirit is saying you're literally you're a star and you're on the path of stars, whatever that means. The path less taken, right? Your ancestors are celebrating you for bringing honor to the name and not falling into the same traps as everybody else. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. As everybody else in your family, you're not making the same choices now. Okay, a wish will not be granted, and tower, solid foundation, success with effort. I would release yourself from expectations of what the future is going to look like, because I don't think it's going to look like that the way you think it is, and I don't want you to get discouraged because it's going to actually turn out better than you think. But they need you to release whatever expectation or vision you have of what you think is going to be there. It's not going to be that. Okay, it's going to be a little bit different than what you expect. And I also have the feeling about living situation is going to be a little different than what you expect as well. And that's what you got, my love. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you for always supporting, and I'm looking forward to having you tonight. Let's see, Angel. Angel Joy. I hope you didn't have to, protect your livestock. I hope you didn't have to. Hi, Simora. I like that name. Guides, angels, ancestors, thank you. This is the last reading I'm doing. The last reading. Angel Joy. For today. For now. What messages do we have for Miss Angel? Thank you. Angel, you feel like you have to make some kind of major decision. You really don't. You really don't. It's not about you making a decision right now at all. It's not about that. What is the decision about, Spirit? There's nothing for you to worry about. It feels like you're worried about something, or you're coming to conclusions about something where it's not even fully, like, you're in the middle of a transition. It's almost like, you have a child. Your child starts gaining weights. Then you have to buy them clothes, right? But then you buy them all of these clothes, and then, a week later they're in a different size and they're bigger or they're smaller. And it's spirit is saying, like, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Don't think that you know what everything is before it's even formed itself. Like, it's still in the middle of being. It's in the middle of transforming. You know what I'm saying? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 of wands with the 9 of wands. So, and it's almost like you have all of these messages and you're overwhelmed. You know how I do my prayer when I start my readings, Angel? They want you to formulate your own prayer. Because what that's going to do is that's going to clarify and make sure you need to develop your boundaries. Just because you can see and receive spirit a whole lot more does not mean you're a slave to the spirit world. That's not how that shit works. Okay? It's not. So define your boundaries, because you're getting messages and then they're building up to the point where you're struggling to carry them because you're picking up other people's energy because you want to live half in the old world, half in the new world that gives you life. I'm sorry that people around you are going to struggle to understand who it is that you really are and what it is that you can do. I'm sorry that that is something, but God put you in that position for a reason, because he knew that you had the strength, the tenacity, and the fire to be able to um, be a power point, a place of power, a person of power from where you are. Own that shit. Take your throne, sit on it, and claim that shit now more than ever. Okay? Because God knows you. God knows that you've been through some shit, you've been through some pain, and now he's inviting you a path out. The escape hatch is there. Do you want to take it? Or do you want to stay in the fucking funny farm with all of these funny people? Because in reality, there's a lot of people that you love very dearly, but they have a lot of trauma and they don't want to make room to receive. So you're constantly over here taking on their energy because they are resistant to whatever it is that you have to offer. And Spirit is saying, time's up. Time's up. You're being pulled in every direction. And Spirit is saying none of the directions that you're being pulled in are the ones that you need anyway, because we don't pull you. We inspire you in our direction. And we've been inspiring you in this direction, but you're being pulled in all these other directions. And it's your choice to stop. It's your choice to be brave enough to unlink from the things that are pulling you and be like, well, I don't feel like that resonates with me. Standing up for what you believe. They're saying a lot of things are going to start moving fast when you start believing in the shit um, that you're receiving enough to defend it. And then, not that you have to defend it or fight for or fight against. That's not what this is about. I'm talking about when somebody brings something up or tries to tell a story about you that you don't agree with, or try to frame things in a certain way, you get the choice to stand in your power, whether that's to them or not. That can be to other people, that can be to you, it doesn't matter. You keep walking into the same things, you know? And they want you to, they said your eyes, like, you have the vision, you have the clarity, but if you don't use it, right? If you're blind and then you have vision, and then you pretend to everybody around you that you're blind because that's the only way they'll receive you, then you're the fool. So the advice for you, Angel, is to take the throne and the chariot that the divine has set for you, and to hell with anybody who wants to stand in your way. Yeah, I believe it. I feel it. They're validating you, but there's a gratitude. I want you to go and look up, gratitude meditations on YouTube, and I want you to do them daily, because the way that you feel about your life and see it, it's just a habit of feeling it like it's a bad taste in your See what I tell you guys. They wanted me to stop that reading. They want you to go and they want you to meditate. Do something that's going to help you. Think about this reading as an invitation. And now you're going to walk through that door and you're going to experience it for yourself. I don't, maybe the gratitude meditation will be for tomorrow. But I would love to, the divine would love, it doesn't have anything to do with me. You would love, your higher self would love to see you experience a connection with the knowing of this message. So, just a silent meditation, you'll know what to do. I don't know what's right. Maybe a guided meditation that you love, right? There's something that's going to bring you more to help you really believe this. Okay. God bless you, darling, and thank you for donating. And I can't wait to see you guys at 5 p.m. for Jess and I's. Jess and myself are coming on to do a free energy clearing, collective clearing. Make sure you're there on time, okay? Because we're starting quite early. We're taking names as soon as we begin, and then maybe 10 minutes after, we're going to start. And it's going to be a very powerful clearing. Okay, with that being said, I love you guys. God bless, and I leave you in your divine light of the divine creator.